Welcome into Texans Today. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and we got a quick preview here of the Texans versus the Panthers, 1 versus 2, Stroud versus Young. I'm going to break it all down for you here in just a moment. But before I get any of that going, I want to hear from you folks at home. Predict the score. I might do a watch party this Sunday, and if you get that score prediction right, maybe you have a little prize in your future. So go down there right now. Stop what you're doing. Go down right now and predict the score. Let me know what you think this score is going to be between the Texans and the Panthers this Sunday. Now we got to start off with the injury report. The Texans injury report came out today, and Robert Woods not going to play this Sunday. So one of C.J. Stroud's favorite targets alongside Nico Collins, not going to be out there. Sheldon Rankins, he's been limited. He was DNP, and then now he's limited. Hassan Ridgeway, he's been limited, and so has Brevin Jordan. Don't know the status of these three guys just yet, but be on the lookout for them to be active or inactive come Sunday. Two guys who I know are going to be inactive, Scruggs and Derek Stingley Jr., both dealing with those injuries, not going to be back dealing with those soft tissue injuries. So don't look out for Scruggs or Stingley on Sunday. They will not be playing. But do you know who is going to be playing? Our guy Tank Dell from H-Town. The guy they call Tank. All of 5'8", 3/8", and 165 pounds out of the University of Houston. He's going to be good to go this weekend. Very excited to have three back out on the field, as well as Xavier Thomas, the starting nickel corner. He has returned from his hand injury. Was out a little bit. The bye week really helped him get back and get ready to go. Xavier Thomas in the starting lineup for the Texans. As of now, per their unofficial depth chart, going to be the starting nickel corner. Now, let's stroll across enemy lines and let's look at the Panthers injury report. Vonn Bell, DNP. Laviska Shenault, DNP. Taylor Moton, DNP. Don't know their status for this weekend yet, but be on the lookout. This one's the big one right here. Taylor Moton, their starting tackle. I wonder whether or not he's going to be able to play. If he's not, look for Grenard and this Texans defensive line, Will Anderson Jr., to get after Bryce Young this Sunday. And a late addition to the injury report, Brian Burns. He wasn't on it at the beginning of the week. Now he's on it with an elbow injury. Makes me wonder, could a trade be in his future? He's been on the trade block. If he doesn't play this Sunday, I'm telling you this right now, look for Brian Burns to get traded at the NFL trade deadline if he's not playing this Sunday against the Houston Texans. Now, speaking of this Sunday, talked with my bosses, and they said, hey, Texans has been doing pretty good. A lot of new viewers and a lot of new watchers, but still 70% of my watchers are not subscribed. So they gave me this challenge. They said, hey, if you can get 200 more subs by kickoff, we'll do a watch party this weekend. So if we can do 200 subs right now, we need 200 subs to get a watch party this weekend. I need your help. If you want daily Texans news and rumors all year long, go down and hit that sub button or go to youtube.com/TexansTV for the latest Texans news and rumors. Like I said, I want to have fun. I want to party this weekend. Going to be a great matchup. C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, getting to compare the top two picks from the draft this year. It'll be a blast. So go down and hit that sub button if you haven't already. And if you have, go ahead and send it to some friends. Coming up in just a moment, what to watch for in this game. But I couldn't have done today's show if it wasn't for Prize Picks. It's as easy as picking 2 or more players from any sport. Pick more or less on their projected stats, and then choose flex or power play. And we're giving you a $100 deposit match when you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Prize Picks is the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. Quick withdrawals and easy gameplay and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And here's some picks that my colleague Mitchell Renz is rolling with this weekend. All right, I guess Monday. For Monday Night Football, he's going less on Josh Jacobs touchdowns, more on Jared Goff pass yards, and more on Amon-Ra St. Brown receiving yards. You can make these picks or you can fade them over with our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so that your entries stay in play even if one of the players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have a player who exits a game in the first half and does not return in the second, that player is rebooted. PrizePicks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. I absolutely love it. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. Now, what to watch for in this matchup? A lot of storylines, but obviously, the top thing we're all looking at, everybody in the NFL media is looking at this, it's the quarterback matchup. It's C.J. Stroud versus Bryce Young. I mean, who's going to come out on top? It's 1v2. Who is the better quarterback? We all know who's looked better so far this season. I mean, I don't even need to show you the stats for you to have that answer. It's been C.J. Stroud. Here are their stats through 2023. Bryce Young, a little bit better completion percentage, but C.J. Stroud dominating in every other category. Touchdowns, interceptions, yards, quarterback rating, they all go to our guy, C.J. Stroud. Yeah. So, I'm going to ask you this question. Might be an easy one for a lot of you. I think I know what a lot of people are going to answer, but who do you think is going to have the better game this Sunday? If you think it's our guy, C.J. Stroud, yeah, go ahead and type CJ7. And I guess if for some reason you think Bryce Young's going to have a better game than our guy CJ, go down and type BY. I don't even know why I made that an option, but I mean, we all know who it's going to be. It's going to be our guy CJ Stroud. Next up on what to watch for, the Texans running game. The Panthers have allowed 4.9 yards per carry to opponents this season. The Texans, one of the worst in the NFL on yards per carry. So, Dameon Pierce, I'm looking at you. Can we get it going? We got the revamped offensive line. Titus Howard back at right tackle. Josh Jones at left guard. Can we get some run game going to help out C.J. Stroud and this passing attack? I'm really interested to see also not only if Dameon Pierce can get going, but how they use Pierce and Singletary and Boone with that three-headed monster in the backfield. I think they did a great job last time out about, giving carries to Pierce, then kind of switching it up with Singletary, throwing Boone in there a little bit. I'm interested to see how offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick manages this running back room. But Dameon Pierce, I really want a good game out of you because I believe you are a star in this league. You are a great player, and I think you just need to show it this weekend. Third thing on what to watch for, Adam Thielen versus Steven Nelson. Adam Thielen is one of the league leaders in targets this year. Steven Nelson, CB1 for the Texans at the moment. So it just comes up, mano-a-mano. I wonder if they're going to bracket him, if what kind of help Steven Nelson's going to get. DC Matt Burke said you'd be stupid if you didn't realize what Thielen means to this offense. So what is going to be the Texans' plan? Are they going to let Steven Nelson do what he did to the Steelers and kind of dominate their wide receiver one, George Pickens? I'm very interested to see this matchup. Steven Nelson versus Adam Thielen. Their best versus our best. Who's going to come out on top this weekend? And this next one, it's not a matchup. It's not like a scheme thing. It's just Nico Collins. I want to see how Nico Collins performs because he has been on one this season. Nico Collins, one of the best wide receivers in the league, proving he is a wide receiver one. These stats speak for themselves. 29 receptions, 547 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 drop. He's top 10 in so many metrics for wide receivers. Yards after catch, yards per completion. I mean, he is on one this year. Nico Collins, I want to see if he can have another big game against okay Panthers secondary. I mean, they're not awful. They're not the very worst, but they're not good. So can Nico Collins feast this weekend? That's another thing I'm going to be looking for. And Nico Collins, the next thing I'm going to be watching for besides him, it's going to be the special teams. Robert Woods out. I said it at the very beginning of the show, the top. He's going to be out this weekend. Tank Dell's going to be in. The thing I'm really interested in, who's going to be the punt returner? Are they going to go ahead and put Boone back there? Are they going to put Tank Dell in his first game back from injury out there? I really wonder who is going to be back there to return punts whenever the Texans make the Panthers go 3 and out on their very first drive. Who's going to be back there to return punts? I don't know yet. We'll see. Hopefully it's Tank Dell. Hopefully he's feeling great because he is absolutely electric. But I want to ask you one more question before I head out. What will you be watching for this Sunday? Let me know. I gave you my 5. Now give me yours What are you going to be watching for this Sunday? Hopefully when we go to a Texans watch party, because you're going to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, 200 more subscribers, and we're having a watch party this weekend. Let's go Texans. Come on. I know we can do it. I believe in Texans fans. I put it on the table. I said, hey, bosses, the Texans fans, they have my back. Prove me right. Prove me to my bosses that Texans fans represent. And if you want to get the latest Texans news and rumors on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Chuggs for the latest and greatest, the dankest memes on the internet. Follow me today. And as always, have a good day, Texans fans.